I need you to stay with me on this one. This one, like, I'm going to prove an MIT group that what we're doing is so simplistic, and you'll understand how I built and sold a company for 8 figures and how I'm doing the same here. So stay with me. Please stay with me. Okay. I'm going to read straight from a book. This is real stuff. Okay. From the defense system. Okay. This was the question. I'm begging you to stay with me. You're going to understand what I'm trying to teach everybody to build. The question was this: how would you go about finding 10 large red balloons deployed at secret locations throughout the United States? 10 balloons throughout the United States. This is not an easy question. It was dreamed up by the scientists from the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, a division of the U.S. Department of Defense, tasked with helping America's military prepare for future technological challenges. The Red Balloon Challenge, which DARPA announced on October 29, 2009, was designed to mimic real life dilemmas like terrorism and disease control. And they offered a $40,000 prize to the first group to accurately locate all 10 balloons. The immensity of the task: 10 balloons in 3.1 million square miles, all of America, just 10. How did he do it? It's what I've been telling you to do. Are you ready? A senior analyst for the National Intelligence Agency declared that it was impossible. Within days of the announcement, hundreds of groups signed up, representing a diverse cross section of America's brightest minds: hackers, social media entrepreneurs, tech companies, research university. The vast majority took a logical approach to the problem. They built tools to attack it. They constructed search engines to analyze satellite photography technology. They tapped into existing social and business networks, launched publicity campaigns, built open source intelligence software, and nurtured communities of searchers on social media. Man, they had all the tools in the world, but they didn't have this. They didn't have the simplicity of what you and I have our hands on right now. The team from MIT Media Lab, on the other hand, didn't do any of that stuff because they didn't find out about the challenge until 4 days before the launch. A group of students led by postdoctoral fellow Riley Crane realized they had no time to assemble a team or create technology or do anything that resembled an organized approach. So instead, they took a different tack. They built a website that consisted of the following invitation. You ready? When you sign up to join the MIT Red Balloon Challenge team, you'll be provided with a personalized invitation link. You will give out that link, have all your friends sign up using your personalized invitation link. When they sign up, they'll be given a personalized invitation link, so on and so on and so on. And if you find the balloon, you will win money. If anyone you invite, or anyone they invite, or anyone they invite, or anyone they invite wins, everyone will win money, and so will you. Sounds a little suspicious. Sounds a lot like a hierarchy. Sounds a lot like a pyramid. Sounds a lot like the system that I sold for 8 figures. And now this system I've joined EXP called a hierarchy. Stay with me. Please stay with me. I know you're thinking, I know your attention span is not good, but this one you're going to wish you stayed. Okay. Have all your friends sign up using the personalized invitation links. If anyone you invite or anyone they invite, da 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 da. We're giving away $2,000 per balloon to the first person to send us the correct coordinates, but that's not all. We're also giving $1,000 to the person who invited them. That's not it. We're also giving $500 to whoever invited that inviter, and $250 to whoever invited that, and so on and so on. You see how it works. Simplicity wins. That's how I turn something to 8 figures. Simple, right? Compared to the sophisticated tools and technology deployed by other groups, the MIT team's approach was laughable and primitive. They had no organizational structure or strategy or software, not even a map of the United States to help them locate the balloons. This wasn't a well equipped team. It was closer to a hastily stalled out plea shoved into a bottle and lobbed into the ocean of the internet. And please send help. On the morning of December 3rd, 2 days before the balloon launch, MIT switched on the website. This gives me chills, and I hope it does you, and I hope you understand the simplicity of what you and I can build together and radically change your life. For a few hours, nothing happened. Then at 3:42 p.m. on December 3rd, people began to join. Connections first bloomed out of the Boston, then exploded, radiating to Chicago, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Minneapolis, Denver, Texas, and far beyond, including Europe. Viewed in time lapse, the spread of connections resembled the spontaneous assembly of a gigantic nervous system, with hundreds of new people joining the effort with each passing hour. This is easier than you think. At precisely 10 a.m. Eastern on December 5th, DARPA had launched the balloons in secret locations ranging from Union Square in downtown San Francisco to a baseball field outside of Houston, Texas, to a woodland park near Delaware. Thousands of teams swung into action, and the organizers settled in for a long wait. They estimated it would take up to a week for a team to accurately locate all 10 balloons. This gives me chills. I got tears in my eyes. 8 hours. 52 minutes, 41 seconds later, the MIT team won. And here's why: it was a collaboration effort. Everybody won, everybody got money. There was victory for everyone. Now, I'm going off script. That's not what the book says. That's not what this book says. But I'm telling you, and that's what they're end up going to say in a different language because whoever wrote this book's much smarter than me. But I need you to hear me. This is difficult. That's why I got tears in my eyes because everybody can do this. You just keep inviting and you let everybody know if you invite someone, they win, you win, I win. And if they invite someone, they win, you win, they win, I win, you win. You with me? It's not that difficult. This is so simplistic. And that's where people get tripped up, especially brokers that own their own brokerage and they have a building. I own a business. Yours is just kind of this hierarchy. The hierarchy is going to whoop you. It's going to whoop you bad. And I did whoop you. I'm telling you, simplicity wins. Robert Kiyosaki made his first money with a Velcro wallet. Come on, man. Okay. The reason was so simple. All other teams use a logical incentive based. Okay. The reason was simple. All the other teams use a logical incentive based message. Join us on this project and you might win money. Theirs was everybody is going to win money. See, if you join a brokerage, and they got all this sexy KW training and they charge you $2,000 for that crap. By the way, I charge for no training. I'll never charge you training. I'm going to give the best damn training in the world. You and I are going to give the best training in the world. We ain't charging a dime for it because we win when they succeed. We don't need to train. We don't need charge for training. The MI team, on the other hand, signaled its own vulnerability. I'm messing up something here. The MIT team had found all 10 balloons in the 8 hours. That's where I got started. I got choked up. Let me back up. 8 hours, 52 and 41 seconds later, it was over. The MIT team had found all 10 balloons and had done so with the help of 4,665 people. The DARPA organizer, Peter Lee, put it, a huge amount of participation from shockingly little money. Their primitive last minute message in a bottle method had defeated better equipped attempts, creating a fast, deep wave of motivated teamwork and cooperation. This is why I'm passionate. This is why I call myself the chief building officer, hoping and praying that some of y'all are going to listen to me and say, you know what? I'm just going to keep inviting, or I'm going to give people to Paul so Paul can invite. I'm just inviting. I'm a great inviter. I use the word recruiting a lot because people understand it, but I'm a great inviter. That's it. I invite to you. I edify you. I build you. I invite to our culture. I invite to our team. This culture is only going to get stronger because everybody's going to win. A team of 10 is miserable. A team of 50, miserable. A team of 1,000, watch out. Because I know. I remember when I was building my team, it was small. There was gossip. There was bullcrap. The bigger it got, the better it got. Because everybody was winning. Hope this makes sense. Reach out to me. I just want to help. I want this passion inside of you for you to understand, because that's what I saw back in 2005. I just read this, by the way, from this book. I forget the name of the book. Let me find it. So if you want to look it up, It's a real sophisticated. The culture code, the secrets of highly successful groups. You enjoyed.